NBR, TPE, PVC. If this sounds like Bambo Jambo, then this video is for you. I'm Laura Kali, and today I'm gonna walk you through the most common yoga mat materials. So the first one on our list is PVC. It's also called vinyl. And if you go to any e-commerce website like Amazon or AliExpress, type in search yoga mat, you're gonna get a ton of PVC yoga mats. Vinyl is probably the most popular yoga mat material because they're cheap, extremely durable, and very easy to clean. So PVC yoga mats have a generally pretty good grip and stickiness, and the awesome thing is that they can be used in almost any type of environment. You use them in a yoga studio, you take them outside, beach, rocks, grass, anything works. And it's, as I said, it's very easy to clean. Just take it into the shower, flush it with water with a little bit of soap, and you're good to go. As good as it sounds, there are lots of issues with PVC yoga mats. Probably the most important is the environmental factor. Production of PVC is a very chemically intensive process. There are some studies which say that yoga mats made of PVC may contain lead, cadmium, and other chemicals that can adversely affect your brain in case of overexposure. The truth is that you're probably not going to get sick from doing yoga once in a while on a PVC yoga mat. But the problem is that these chemicals are used to manufacture a handful of products that you use every day, including furniture, car seats, shower curtains, and shampoos and nail polishes, which increases the risk of overexposure. And if that's not enough, PVC cannot be recycled. So whenever you decide it's time for a new yoga mat because you're sick and tired of your old one, your PVC yoga mat just goes into a landfill. Let's move on to the next type of yoga mats. It's TPE yoga mats. So TPE is a type of synthetic material which combines the features of rubber and plastic. Just like with PVC, production of TPE is a chemically intensive process, but this material can be recycled. TPE is also affordable, easy to clean, great to use indoors and outdoors, and it's gonna last for quite some time. Besides, TPE yoga mats are manufactured using closed-cell technology, meaning that they're gonna repel sweat, repel water, and repel dirt. This is great if you're using your mat outdoors and need easy to clean surface, but not very good if you're taking your mat to a hot yoga class because you're probably gonna slip a lot. So it's generally hard to control what kind of materials are going into your TPE yoga mat, but it's probably a bit like lesser evil when compared to PVC. The next on the list are NBR yoga mats. NBR is a type of synthetic rubber, and these types of mats are usually very thick, like 10 millimeters or even more. So whenever you go to a normal gym, you're probably going to find a bunch of NBR yoga mats in the corner. They're really good for joint cushioning, so if you have any problems with your knees or with your wrists, NBR mats are amazing for this. Besides, they're great for cold floors, so if you're taking a restorative class or just want to stretch a little bit in a cold room, NBR yoga mats are gonna keep you warm and cozy. On the other hand, NBR mats are not very good for fast vinyasa classes and physically demanding classes. First, because they are not good for balancing. As I said, because of the thickness. You can't really feel the floor under your feet, so it's hard to find your balance in some poses. Second of all, they repel sweat and dirt, which is kind of a good thing, but in the fast yoga class, you're probably going to sweat a lot, which means your palms will get sweaty, your feet will get sweaty, and you'll slip. And NBR yoga mats also leave lots of imprints on their surface. Natural rubber yoga mats. These are yoga mats made of tree rubber. They're considered non-toxic, they're biodegradable, and fairly durable. A good natural rubber yoga mat is going to last you about 2 to 3 years, depending on how often you practice. These type of mats provide a good grip, and a good amount of cushion. They're sticky and they have great insulation properties. Keep in mind that natural rubber has a very low sun and heat resistance. So if you're most of the time practicing outdoors, on the beach or in the park in high heat, this is probably not going to be the best choice for you. Also, they smell pretty bad out of the package, so you just have to wait it out. I mean, the smell dissipates after sometimes a week, sometimes two weeks. So we're moving on to Cork yoga mats. These are probably one of my favorite types. They're made of a tree bark combined with a natural rubber or TPE on the bottom for slip resistance. Cork is a great eco-friendly material if harvested in a sustainable way. It is renewable, it is biodegradable. Most of the yoga mats don't need breaking in as the synthetic yoga mats where you have to rub salt onto it or just practice intensively for 2-3 weeks or up to 2 months to kind of rub off this oily surface on the top. And if you're a fan of hot yoga or fast-flowing classes where you sweat a lot, Cork is amazing because the more you sweat, the better the grip is. And it's great for working out on the beach as well. What you should remember about Cork mats is that it might be a little bit harder to clean because Cork absorbs the water, absorbs the sweat. So you might need some kind of a oil solution to clean your mat with from time to time. And after cleaning, it needs some time to dry, so give it a rest before you roll it up. And also cheap Cork mats tend to chip and flake. If you do want to invest in a Cork yoga mat, do research about the company, read the reviews, because nobody wants flaky yoga mat, right? The next type of material I would like to talk about are cotton and hemp yoga mats. They're also sometimes called yoga racks. They're made of cotton, organic cotton, and hemp. These types of mats are usually hand woven by craftsmen instead of being made in a factory. And they have a great natural texture and feel compared to even rubber or cork. Lots of cotton and hemp yoga racks come in vibrant colors and patterns, which look amazing as a decoration for your apartment as well. They're relatively thin, light, awesome to carry around, and they are great for outdoor use because you can wash them in the machine. Cotton and hemp yoga mats are probably not the best choice for beginners if you've never done yoga before or if you've actually never worked out a lot before, because they are not as sticky as a normal mat. They need a little bit more strength on your part, in your fingers and in your toes to keep yourself in the poses, using the strength of your body rather than keeping yourself in the downward dog using the stickiness of your surface. Keep in mind that cotton and hemp yoga mats, they slide on smooth surfaces. So if you have a wooden floor or a tile, you probably need some natural rubber mat or any kind of sticky surface so that you wouldn't slide around. So Jute yoga mats, I think they're pretty new in the market because a few years ago, you could barely find a Jute yoga mat on Amazon or some online e-commerce store, and now they are everywhere. Jute is probably one of the most environmentally friendly material. It's made of a renewable vegetable plant that needs no maintenance, no pesticides, it grows faster than bamboo. And the material is lightweight, it repels bacteria, and it's sticky. However, jute has a very specific scratchy surface, so if you have very sensitive skin on your hands, you should keep that in mind. And jute slides on smooth surfaces like cotton and hemp. So what most producers of yoga mats do, they combine jute with some kind of a rubber. For example, PU. PU stands for polyurethane. It's also called fake leather. It combines the plasticity of a rubber with the strength of a plastic. PU is highly durable and it withstands heat, withstands sun, and it can be easily recycled. PR stands for polymer environmental resin. I think I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly. Anyway, PER is very similar to PVC in its properties. The only thing which is better about it is that it can be recycled. You can go to yogakali.com/yoga gear, and I've got a huge post dedicated to choosing yoga mats, depending on what type of yoga you're practicing. I will link it in the description below. So these were 9 most common yoga mat materials. If you found this video useful, don't forget to like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.